Going live in 3, 2, 1. And we should be live. Let's get some music going. All right. Let's copy this link. Let's do the tweets. Tweets. Okay, that's done. Discord. With the paste. Publish, please. Thank you for forking. Who is here? Let me get to see the chat. Where's the chat at? That's not the chat. That's not the chat. There's the chat. DVD is here. What's up, DVD? Praise the donkey gods. We will be blessed tonight. The donkey gods. Sir Legna, how are you doing, Sir Legna? Whoa, whoa, that is some very staticky stuff going on. Those cables. Yeah, those cables.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everybody.
No, I can't play Legos right now. Our baby's joining us. How's it going, everybody?
Okay.
I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and I'm joined with the lovely T.
And Lily.
And the lovely Lily. And she wants to play with her super blocks right now. It's not our usual streaming time, but we had a lot of stuff to do. And this was the time that we were allotted to stream, so we will take it. It's better than nothing. We don't want to miss a day. Crazy867, hey, how you doing? Wrath of Wood, hey yo. What's up, DVD? Yes. He said, Crazy says, doing good. We're doing great. We're doing fantastic. Fantastic, absolutely. Got fiber optics. Lots of stuff that we had to do. But it's good. It's finally starting to mellow down a bit, and we can get back to work. Please let us know. We understand that the sound is, different, and we are working on to get it just right and getting that back to the way it's supposed to be. And we'll be adjusting that on the fly. It's really hot in here. Do you have the heater up? No? Anyway. Okay, so today we're going to be working on RPG Maker MZ, doing some coding in JavaScript. Let me get the server running. Start our SQL server and get everything going. Let's get our local instance running. Server status, let's get that on. It is now running.
Hi, wife of waffles. Try to say that 5 times.
Wife of Waffles says hi. Hello, wife of Waffles. How are you doing today? How's life with you? Hopefully you're having a good one. Are you taking good care of Waffles? His arm is not in the greatest condition right now, but I hear it's healing well.
Yeah, I'm sure it's feeling better by now, a little bit.
You're very far away from the microphone.
Yeah, that's why I tried to move it. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to crackle this a minute. There we go.
That sounds so much better.
Better.
I mean, for this dev stream, you're not reading the first impressions video. You can just have it in your face like that.
I have it in my face like that.
That's what she said.
Oh.
That's much better.
She had her teeth pulled out.
Thief, and she had teeth pulled out. That is rough. That is very rough.
Oh, man. Did they give her good drugs at least?
Hopefully she had some good drugs for that.
My dentist gave me Vicodin last time, and let me tell you, I didn't feel a thing.
That's good. That's good stuff. All right. So I haven't had a chance.
Oh, so it was Waffle's wife actually saying hi.
Yeah, she stole the keyboard.
Oh,
She's like, hey.
that's awesome. I'm glad you do that too. I do that to Drifty sometimes. Yeah. Weak drugs? No.
Like ibuprofen or something?
Yeah, I'd always been given weak drugs too, and then I finally found this dentist who's amazing. I told him years ago when I found him, I was like, I'm terrified to be here, and I might just get up out of this chair and walk out when you're not looking, so I'm going to warn you right now. And he goes, oh no. You feel any pain. You feel no pain. And he's got a very, very strong accent. So, but anyways, he's right. He's right. He makes sure you don't feel any pain. He gives you 16,000 trillion Novocaine shots when he does work in your mouth.
That's a lot.
You don't feel a thing. And then I got my tooth pulled, and he sent me home with Vicodin.
Wow.
And I literally felt no pain when I finished. It was only 6 pills, but when I finished them, my gums were just a little tingly, and that's it.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
I'm getting your wires and cables out of the way here. I was trying to set this up and it got really weird. I factory reset it, but it still sounds completely super weird. How is it going, everybody? Please like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join us on Discord. Have a good time. How is it? It's just really
We just gotta
weird.
get our sound dialed in. It's all messed up.
Everything's messed up, man.
All messed up. Don't feel bad, Waffles. They used to give me the weak drugs too. This was the first time. It was the very first time I got some better drugs. Sirlinga, Drifty, when T comes home from the dentist, how are you? T, when did you turn purple? You know, it wasn't actually, they weren't strong. They were just like, I don't know, low dosage or whatever, because I didn't feel high or anything, but I didn't feel my tooth either. He's an amazing dentist, and unfortunately he moved to a new area, and now I have to find a new dentist, and I probably will never go get my teeth looked at again in my whole life.
Gosh darn it, I can't see my keyboard at all. There's too many things in the way. It's a big mess, but we're gonna get there.
I told him that one day. I was like, "You're such a great dentist, and you're awesome." During the quarantine, COVID quarantine, when I was pregnant, my teeth were weak, and one of them broke. There was nothing wrong with the tooth other than obviously it was weak, and so it broke, and the nerve eventually was exposed, and the only thing to do was pay like $1,800 that I didn't have for a root canal and a crown, or get it pulled, and obviously I went and got it pulled. So the toothache happened. And it was COVID, and everything was shut down. The dentist office was closed. So I called up, and I'm like, you guys got to do something. Send me somewhere. I can't even sleep. This is terrible. They opened their dentist office just to pull my tooth out.
That was very nice of them.
They were very cool.
Yeah. I think they had several people.
They had one other person.
Oh, it was just one other person?
Me and one other person.
Okay, I'm adjusting things over here.
Waffle says, laugh out loud, noob Sir Legna. She can't stop my abilities. She's but a mere human. I am a waffle. He's trolling his wife now. Uh-oh.
Thank you so
Waffles.
much, Waffles, Big Daddy Waffles, and Wife of Waffles. We appreciate the super chats very much. Thank you so much. Lol noob Serlinga, she can't stop my abilities. She is but a mere human. I am Waffle. Don't do it, Drifty. We need Waffles to survive. No! Because I read it. Because we read it.
Oh, yeah. You're
He's
not allowed to
dying
do that.
now.
Yeah, don't die. Don't die, Waffles. Waffles' wife. I hope you recover fast.
Please heal the rest of your other bones that have just been broken.
I remember when I got my other tooth pulled and they gave me crappy drugs and it hurt a lot, and I'm sorry. It sucks. Oh yeah, that's what I was telling you, this dentist. I told him that he was so awesome that day. I was like, you're such a good dentist, and you've made me not afraid to go get my teeth worked on anymore, and you know, I really appreciate you. And he goes, it was my calling from God.
Wow.
Yep. He says he was a dentist because that was his calling, and I'm like, well, you're doing a damn good job.
You're doing the Lord's work. Exactly. I deleted everything in the database. $5 super chat from Waffles. Thank you so much, Waffles. Appreciate that. She walked out before you said anything. Gotta spend more money. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. I did update plugins from Vigistella. I might as well close this. I don't know if I came in the project and pressed Control A right click. Nope. Control A right clicked and hit refresh. Apply. Okay. That should update everything. And then see if that was the problem there. They might be outdated again. I'm not sure, but anyway, let's go ahead and try to connect to our server. Everything should be good. New account. Let's make Drifty the first account here. 1, 2, 4, 5. Let's see where we're at. I forgot where we're at. I mean, I remember we're still dealing with things not working right. What's going on? Did I not have the server running? The server seems to be running. We got a timeout though. Socket client send check name event for Drifty. Failed to load resources timeout. Something happened. I mean, apparently it's still working, right? Appears someone has the name. Drift 12. No, it's bugged out. Something else happened. It's not quite working right. Another $5 super chat from Waffles. Thank you so much, Waffles. Appreciate that. She laughed. She doesn't understand what's going on. Spend more money? I shall. I'm okay with this. This is not a problem for me.
How you guys
I highly
doing?
appreciate that.
How you guys doing down there? How's the weather down in
I don't know what's
in your
happening
area?
here. There should be no row that's set up as drifty, so there's some other problem.
Uh-oh.
Am I running the right version here?
That's the thing about taking a break off of
Even
like,
for 3
coding.
days.
Yeah, because like you really need to remember the last state you left off.
What was the last thing I was working on? I could have changed something very small and just forgot about it.
Yeah.
But I can't let it go too long. That's why I'm here today doing this live stream. Need to catch back up exactly where I was. We don't have anything crashing, which is good, but we have the console not connecting properly. Let's look at the console logging here. Here right off the bat, is it because I started the game and then cleared the database? It's quite possible. New account. Drifty. I don't know, I never go out. Got x-rays tomorrow. Hopefully Friday I'll be able to get rid of this cast. I hope so. If there was only a program like Git that locks the state for you. Gosh, if only. Bro, like, chill. I have this. I know what's up. Like, I've been keeping backups, but well, I guess 7 days was the last backup I did. Man, what the hell? Time flies. What were you working on 7 days ago, Sir Legna? Tell me now.
I know what I was working on 7 days ago. I'm still angry at it.
Your
follower plugin.
The follower plugin.
Yes,
right.
which I haven't looked at for like 4 days now.
Something's up with the connection. I don't understand. Maybe it's something in game that changed. All right, let's go to the Git, to the very big beginning. On the auto run, what is happening? Rolling a random seed, setting that, running a common event to get all the items, setting variables. Nothing here. So then you start on the login screen, what's happening? Processing name input processing for your username and password for logging in. Emitting a try to log in with the client name, password, and socket ID. Waiting 2 seconds. If incorrect password is on, then it says it's invalid. And incorrect user password will only turn off. So let's look at this try login on the server side.
A lot of 7 days references. Should I not watch this stream? Don't want Samara coming after me? What's that? What's Samara?
Justin Gibson, how you doing, man? Samara?
So Legna, if only there were a program like Git that locks the state for you.
I just mentioned that.
I missed it. I was distracted.
And then I showed
but
it.
now I laughed at it.
That's where the
It's
7
funny.
days ago came from, because my last update to GitHub was 7 days ago. I
missed that part. I heard the 7 days part.
I worked on it 3 or 4 days ago, but I don't recall having this issue at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This one's coming out of the blue. When I left the game, it was in a running state. The only problem, several problems, but the only thing that I was working on, it was, like moving around. We had 2 characters moving, but it wasn't updating on the second client. Check your DMs. All right. What's up?
Hey, Corey's home. Did you get that southern home cooking that you were looking forward to? Congratulations on being home. It's got to feel good.
Oh, Sir Legna's showing me what he's been working on. 6 days ago was his last thing. All right.
Corey, what's
Cool.
your favorite southern home cooking? When you were talking about that yesterday, what were you thinking about?
How you doing, Corey? How's life going for you? How's the weather? We got some snow today and last night. How goes the MMO dev? Well, we're jumping back into it. I have an issue right off the bat with the client. not connecting, or it's like pseudo connecting. There's an error, so I'm trying to track the entire process of what's going on. When I left the game, this problem did not exist, so I'm confused as to why this is happening. I got the server running. I wiped the database, so it's a clean database. You know, it had all these usernames, and I cleared it, and then I'm like, okay, let me restart it again. Restarted it. Oh, you know what might happen? Might be happening. We have a different connection. We have a new network.
Yeah, maybe that.
It's
happened.
a fiber. We
might
went
be the port.
It's probably the IP config. Like if I run IP config, which I'm not going to do publicly, I can still do it here. Let me load this. That's what's happening. I'm positive that's what's happening. Let me just run this as an admin, and on this other screen, I'm just going to IP config. IP config. Our IPs are different. Our IPs. So I'm not 0.3. I'm 0.7. 192.168.1.3 was the other one. And if you like disconnect your router and everybody plugs back in, you get a different one because it's local area network.
Right.
So I have to change the 3 to a 7. On something maybe. I don't know. Localhost should remain the same, right? Localhost should remain the same.
You were thinking about gumbo. You know, I've never tried gumbo, Corey.
$5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate that. Eating some boiled shrimp right now. I was thinking about gumbo. Now I'm going to watch and eat my shrimp. Awesome. Enjoy. Have a good meal, man. Sounds amazing. We had Burger King. Not as good as boiled shrimp, but it was pretty good. It was all right.
Shrimp's amazing. I love seafood. You know what? There's one that I could probably live without eating ever. Is like shellfish, clam, those types.
Yeah.
Not all shellfish because I like lobster and stuff, but clams, oysters, mussels. I don't know, man. They got some weird flavor and weird texture. Oh, yeah. No, they're not that great.
Something to do with the network. I've got to change something. Somewhere along the lines. Localhost. I need to change localhost. Okay, so we're changing port 3000. Socket.io.
Maybe that port's taken with fiber optics.
It could be.
Just try 4000 or something.
I'm going to try another port, but let me just look to see if I'm specifically referencing my local, my LAN IP.
That was my first thought. See, I put a little note here.
Boom. Look, here it is. Here's the thing. I'm referencing this client. I'm telling it to connect to 3. But now on the LAN, I'm identified as 7. So that's the problem.
There we go.
That's basically it. Okay.
Ooh, calamari is so good. I want some calamari right now. I could eat a whole bucket of calamari. I could eat 5 pounds calamari this minute. It's so delicious.
We're not getting the disconnection thing. There we go. It was because, you know, I was on broadband and now I'm on fiber optics, so things have changed. But it's working. Okay. So, okay, wait, never mind.
Waffle says, my wife asked, where's the baby? She want to hear the baby. She's on my lap right now. She just has to say something. Say something, Lily. Say hi. Mama.
Mama. Say hi, Mama. Num nums. She wants Mama's num nums. Are you gonna eat Mommy? She's savage. Eat Mommy up. Okay, moving on. We fixed that problem. Good job, good job. Next problem. Thank you, Sir Legna. Good debugging. Yes. Cannot read property set position of undefined. 495. Okay. This might be where we left off. This is a familiar one I see quite often. And then because of that, we've timed out. Sure, that we can close it now. 495. 495. Scroll down to 495. 495 is telling us char name dot set position. We can't set the position. This was on update. So it loaded, but when we tried to move, it created a problem. Set position. So this would work if char name was defined. Game map event char name is not defined. Now char name should be a new sprite. And we're adding that. And we're doing the same thing that we're doing on the create, and it worked on the create, so why doesn't it work on the update? Essentially what's happening is we're changing the ID of the event to be the name of the character that you named your character. Which, I know it's crazy, the ID still has its own... It still has, okay, because it's the index. We're actually reassigning the index. I'll show you what I'm talking about, because I can start it, and as long as I don't move, the update doesn't run. Oops, it's not that. If I don't take a step, the switch 2 doesn't turn on and it doesn't run. So let's go ahead and do this again. I'll create a new account. Our account name will be bada bada bing shmooky doogie book. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna delete the database again anyway. We'll be this red hair guy. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna be Drifty. It's not gonna let us do that because we're already named Drifty. So Drifty 1. We'll be a warrior monk. So if I take a step, it'll crash. But if I don't take a step, then I can do something like this, game map.events, and it'll show you all the events. So let's look at this index, this array. Oh, so that's the problem here. It's not assigning Drifty1 as the game event. And then it's timing out. Why? Why is it timing out now? I don't understand why it's timing out. Oh, wait. It's still looking for .3. Where is it looking for .3?
Can you click on that and it sends you to the line?
Let's go to sources. It's still the same error here. Somewhere along the lines, it's looking for a different IP yet. It's looking for another computer. $20 super chat from Waffles. Thank you so much, Big Daddy Waffles. Appreciate that, man. Having a movie night. Enjoy that, he says. He says having a movie night. I say enjoy that. Watched all of Resident Evil last night. Now watching Underworld. Oh, Underworld is such a good series. I like it. I like Blade, too. If you haven't seen Blade yet, Blade's pretty good if you like Underworld. And also don't like these smart streams. Oh my gosh. I secretly got workers' comp, so got some money to throw at you guys. See you guys. Hashtag Vino is new. Vino's not even here. Poor Vino.
Have fun with your movie night.
Thank you so much, Waffles. And I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. You know, have a bottle of wine or something. Chill, watch your movie, and have a fantastic evening. We appreciate you very much. You help us pay for things, and we really appreciate that. We love you guys. Thank you for at least feigning your interest into not even, it's just too smart for smart stream is what you called it, I guess. All right, so I have to troubleshoot this. I need to figure out, it's giving me all these socket IO, but maybe it'll tell me on my plugin where I've got a reference error. This is all Pixie. It's trying to connect to a different computer, the old connection when we were still on broadband. Oh my gosh, maybe I'm not sure why it's still doing that. It's probably just a line that still says 0.3 on somewhere. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm a big stupid dummy boy. Okay, I forgot to restart the server after changing. I think that's what the problem is. Let's look at the code. Obviously, it's a problem in the code where I'm referencing a number. And that number needs to be switched from 0.3 to 0.7. We can always adjust the port and try to do like port 3300 or something like that. It's kind of irrelevant after 3000. I mean, certain things use certain ports. But there's a lot of open ones that you can use. I'm surprised that it took so long to crash if that was the issue, though. Vino is here. What is up, Vino? How you doing? You got a $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Hashtag Waffles is noob. This is a new one. So now we got hashtag Vino is noob and hashtag Waffles is noob. So right now...
The feud continues.
The feud continues. You think I don't sense your nonsense? How you doing, Vino? I'm listening while giving my puppy a bath.
Also, hi, Heartless.
Now my phone's all wet. Oh no, blast you, Waffles. Waffles, your $20 super chat made him drop his phone. He's like, he can't be doing this. Hashtag Waffles and Zoom. Thank you, Vino. Appreciate it. How are you doing tonight? Dry off your phone. Is it waterproof? What's up, Heartless? How you doing?
My phone says it
Hey,
can
Frag.
be underwater for 30 minutes.
I don't believe that.
I don't know how true that is, but it says it can.
I do not believe that. I believe that if you splash some water on it, it's probably going to be okay. But if you submerge it, it's gone. It's going to be gone. Unless it's turned off. She's getting so tall, you guys. She needs to stop growing. She's growing too fast. She's getting too big too fast. This is commented out, but it needs to be a 7. Oh, it's in the index HTML. Probably, right? Index. Oh, no, we're not looking for it there. The web app would need to be updated, wouldn't it?
Heartless says Drifty is biggest noob, though.
Probably true. Probably true. You know, I don't see inside here where we're referencing. Okay, maybe we check client again. Oh, you know what it could be is possibly in the game somewhere. It's connecting to the old IP. These are 777s. These old ones, even though they're commented out, I'll just change them anyway. Control S that. Let's check in the game. Maybe in the game somewhere. Because it's still showing that timeout error. If I walk, it's going to give me a different error. Boom, crash. Which is fine. But you can see it's referencing this .3, which it should no longer be doing at all. So this must be somewhere in the game that's doing that. So let's go in the game and look around. Let me snoop around a bit, see if I find anything that's referencing an IP address. A local area network IP. Which this is good to know, because once I decide to put this on a server somewhere, like on a Google server, we'll have to go through this entire thing again. Drifty, can you do a folder search and look for text like you can in Notepad++? You mean like do a massive Control F for... I guess that's what I should have did from the beginning. I guess right there's one. Duh, it's right there. All right, no more. Okay, save changes. None here. No results, no results. No results, no results. No results. Okay, so I've got them all here. It's got to be in the game. Flash15x says, "You're late, Drifty." No, I'm not. A wizard arrives precisely when he means to, because I just got a
Drifty wizard.
I let you guys know on the forum, or the Discord.
Yeah.
I posted it on official. You see, Flash? Do you see this? Do you pay attention? Do you even? I gave you guys notice. I gave you notice. Sorry for that, though. We typically won't be streaming at this time. There will be days when we have to. You're looking for a server? Not right now. No. We're not looking for the server right now. Right now we're trying to make a game that's worth putting on a server. If it gets to that point, we'll be looking for a Google server or something. Your eyesight is not that good. You should probably stop trying to code then, Flash. You're gonna have to, we're gonna make it Flash friendly. Now this is how you code if you're Flash 15x. You have to have it like this. Can you see? Can you see? No, it's not.
Wow.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
You know, it reminds me of that, like Stage 4 in Super Mario Brothers 3. where everything's giant. Is it stage 4?
Yeah, I know it's World 3. Is it World 3?
No, I think it's 3 or 4. Yeah.
I don't even know what size I had. I think
You just
that
made
one.
me think of Super Mario Brothers. Though.
Where everything is just super big.
Yeah, it's the same world, but it's just giant. Everything's giant.
Yeah, I am blind in one eye, but my other eye sees perfectly fine. Finally, some readable code. Janine, how you doing? Hey, you know what? If that makes it easier on you, I will make it bigger. That's what she said. How about that? Is that a medium? A happy medium? I think normally I use this size. Nope, I don't. Normally it's like this for me, but it's probably illegible. So I might as well just embrace it and make it massive. It's kind of hard to see what the hell's going on. All right, this is one step up. I'll take that. We'll do that. One step larger. Just code on streams like this from now on. With massive text. Bigger! I can't see on my 60-inch TV. Right now I have a problem. The game is trying to connect to the wrong address. Somewhere over the rainbow. It's doing it. Otherwise, it wouldn't try to do 192.168.0.3. That's my broadband when I connected local area network. And I mean, like, it's all temporary. The power goes out. Hi, baby. You got a mouse too? She's got a mouse, mommy. Mm-hmm. She's helping Daddy code right now.
She's gonna do some game development.
She's coding with her little blue mouse. It's a real mouse, but it's not connected. We gave it to her because she sees us using mice, and she's like, I want one too. Like, okay, you get a mouse too. You get a mouse too. She's getting too big now. She's getting already super big. Oh, she kissed me. You kissed Daddy. I love you. Yeah.
Dada.
Yes, baby. You want me to hold you now? Are you gonna help Daddy code? Yeah. All right. Tell everybody what. Tell everybody what you're doing. Are you gonna take over when I quit?
Mama.
Mama's gonna take over when I quit? You and Mama? Okay. I'm okay with that. Yes. You're gonna have to wait a while though, because I got a lot of work I have to get to. I have a lot of work to do before I quit. Yes. That's right. Yeah. Is that what happened? Mm-hmm. Gotta find it somewhere. I don't understand why it's still trying to connect to the 192.168.0.3, because I don't see it anywhere in the game.
Me too.
You either, huh? She's more talkative after her nap. Yes, very much so. Mm-hmm.
Baby.
Baby.
Baba.
We're gonna make a new account. We're gonna make Lily. That's literally her pressing buttons. You can't touch the keyboard, honey. Here, I'll put your name, Lily. Mwah. Give big kisses. Yeah. You gonna be this character? Okay. You gonna type your name? Lily. I'm holding a baby. We're working it out here. We're working it here. Alright, so far it's not disconnecting, but at some point, if I'm just standing around, for some reason it starts to do like a disconnection. Maybe I need to restart the server. So if I walk, it definitely disconnects. But that's an error. That's somewhere in the code that's messed up. You getting Daddy? See, look, there it is again, honey. You can see, no, don't turn it up. Ah, there's too much snare in my headphones. Daddy can't, you're blowing my eardrums out.
She's in control of his volume now.
She turned my volume to max. So I'm timing out because it's looking for the wrong connection again, and I can't find out where it's at.
No.
No.
I promise that's what it is. I think that's what it is, though, honey.
No.
No, Daddy, that's
No,
not it. Would it be easily to port to MV? I don't know. Probably if you start it over and you just use socket.io. Janine says, for VS Code, can't you open a folder and do a folder search in all the data files? But I already checked all the data files. I'm sorry, I'm very distracted. You get Mama now? I love this idea. Get Mama now. Okay.
You gonna talk on this microphone?
Yeah, she's gonna talk on the other one. I can turn my headphones down.
Yeah.
Oh, so loud.
Yeah? What do you got to say?
I already checked the only files that are actually it's a small project right now. It only has a server JS and a client JS, and then it's database files, which are just I mean, they're just model files, right? There's no IP in the model. You checked the wrong address, put a 0 instead of a 1. Oh, did I? Oh my.
Hey, that would explain it, right?
Right? Oh. Wait, what? How come it closed? Please run as administrator. Thank you so much. Let me check again.
I love you, girl.
Oh my gosh, if I can spell right. 192.168.17. That's my local area network IP. Let's try restarting the server. I'm just gonna try that. Obviously, that's a quick fix that I should have done a long time ago. Because it's just setting to be local host.
Mama,
Mama, will you please? And then I don't understand the rest. She wants me to do something, though.
She's asking very nicely, too.
Oh. She does say please.
No.
No. What do you want me to do? No.
She's backseat coding, yeah. She is. Oh, Drifty won't work because I already named somebody that. D-Boys.
What do you want, Bubba?
Flash says she sounds
Do
precious.
you want a snack?
Yeah.
You want to go get a snack?
Oh yeah, moving
let's go get a
crashes.
snack.
I was gonna test it for timeout. Oh my freaking. Oh yeah, that will not work. Finally, another comrade. A new contestant arrives. Okay, now we need to see if it times out on its own. So I already control F all the files, so I don't see any JS looking for another address, which is strange why it would say that 1.13 somewhere got. Yeah. Why is it still looking for 0.3? Socket.io. Socket.io. Let me look at my plugins. I don't have any settings in here. I legit do not have any other settings. There's nothing to do here there. Leon, how you doing, man? You simp, I see you there. How you doing? What's up with you?
She needed a snack.
Is this game going to be online? Yes. Yes, sir, you simp. It will be an online-only game. You'll have to be connected to the server. There is no local saving. You cannot save. You can essentially create a character already if I were to put it on the internet, like on a server, right now I can do it from here. Basically, you create a character, you log in, you create a username and a password, and then when you do stuff, it saves, and so you can like start on one computer, log off, and just go to another computer, log on from that computer, and all your data will be sent to you from the server. That already works, but because I just upgraded from a broadband to a fiber optic, I'm having some issues with the IP and all the I need to keep track of all the locations that's referencing IP, and I believe I've changed them, but apparently I've missed something because it still crashes. It still gives me this over here saying that it's looking for local area .3, which is good to note now. So when it goes live and I have to do this again, and instead of giving it a local host address, I instead give it a like a real IP address, an internet IP address from like the Google server. $2 super chat from Vino. Thank you so much, Vino. Appreciate that $2. It says, you searched the JS file with the wrong IP. Do it again. Do it again.
Do it right this
time. Stab you in the face with a
time.
soldering iron. All right.
Do it right.
I did. That's what you guys were talking
Stop doing
about.
wrong stuff.
Oh my god, why am I so stupid sometimes? It's okay. Look, here's the server, no results. Here's the main model files, don't have any IP, so I don't even need to check them. And then here's the client IP. So once again, no results. So you're right, I did do that wrong. However, it didn't matter.
Boo.
That wasn't a fix.
That's the big boo.
Yeah, I mean, this is a
big fat
text
boo.
file. This is not running anything. It's just a text file for like code I've tried and cut and pasted, and like I've created and taken it out and put it into this text file as a placeholder and whatnot. Did I adjust any of the core files? I think I did not. What I instead did was I overwrote them, and then I have the core files overwrote here. So I changed center element on player walk, but once again, no IP address going here. Leon says, I'm doing good. How about you? This looks stressful. Well, it's stressful in a good way. I love working on this project. Whenever I can carve time to work on it, I always enjoy it. So this is fun for me, as strange and masochistic as it seems. But it is frustrating. I will say it's frustrating because you always have to keep learning. But what's frustrating is when you don't understand why it's not working. Like if you're like, okay, I see that there's a problem with the way I coded this thing. You're like, okay, I have to figure out how to code it better. But when you're like not sure why it's looking for the old IP address, that's frustrating. Somehow, somewhere, it is still looking for 0.3 somewhere. I suppose maybe in the actual game somewhere. And it's not in the code because we've already did a control F on the two. I only have two main JS files that I need to keep track of as far as that is concerned. So you have the two main JS files, which do not have a reference to .3 anymore, the broadband one. And instead, I've been assigned IP7, 192.168.1.7. If you go to like your command line and you type in ipconfig, one word, ipconfig, it'll tell you your MAC address, your IPv4 address, your subnet, and your default gateway. And your gateway should always be the 1.1, and then your subnet is like 255.255.250, and then your IP4 will be 192.168.1. Anything from 2 plus, because the 1 is usually your router, your gateway, and then every other device that connects will be assigned a number, and every new device that connects gets the next number, and that's how that works for local area network. So I'm trying to figure out where in my game it's looking for the old address, which is, when I do find it, I need to make note of it, because when we take it from the local area network to the WAN, it's not actually a WAN, when I take it to the internet, I'll have to adjust it there too, I'm assuming. Frank says it only happens in that map, though. Maybe there's something there. Good suggestion. Let's take a look at that map. Nakina4, how are you doing? This is giving me flashbacks to when I made a Hangman game in C++. That took me way longer than I thought it would. C++ is a little bit more complicated than JS. Oh my god, you're right! Frag for the win! I'm defining the location of socket map on a script call here that's referencing it right here. Yes. You are right, Frag, you found it. It was on this map. I knew it was somewhere. We just had to find it. You knew it was happening on this map. She's so adorable. She's got a pink shirt on. You like your pink shirt?
Did you finish your snack?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Frag. Let's squash another bug. I'm a genius. That had some popping. You don't have the headphones on, but it was like...
She hugged the microphone.
So she can't do that. Try to.
Sorry, guys. She hugged the microphone.
Yeah, that's
no. Don't touch.
We've got a little rascal here.
She does. I had our mailbox got destroyed by a plow, and I had a mailbox post earlier, and she ran up to it and hugged it. She's
mailbox
hugging
post?
everything. Yes, she hugs everything now.
Oh, that's right. I was going through some cables. Literally, they're just like, like power cables and Cat 6 cables and HDMI and, a bunch of different cables. And she was down there helping me, and it was a whole bucket full of cables, a big mess. And she just grabs a bunch of cables and she hugs a bunch of cables. I'm like, that's weird, but okay.
She's hugging everything.
She's a very
right
loving
now.
baby, and that's okay. Daddy's all right with this.
She gives kisses and back pats, and she's very loving, and she says, "I love you." And she's a little sweetie. I love you.
We figured it out. Thank you, Frag. Very nice. How is the sound? I realize there's a little bit of white noise in the background, but it's not a lot right now. I mean, when the furnace turns on, it is louder. When the furnace is off, I think it sounds okay. We're getting there. Like I said, it took us a year to get the sound just right in the old setup, and then we took it down, put it back together. The new setup, it's gonna take us a little while to get it just dialed in again, but we're already making good progress. I think it sounds... I'm sorry, I can't even.
I love you. Yeah. So she does. I say I love you, and she goes, yeah.
Yeah. Skepsis D, how are you doing, man? Running late to the stream. Was working on putting dinner together. Have a fantastic dinner, Skepsis. What are you having? Leon says, I think the sound is really good. The baby is a nice sound effect. So that's good. Some sound effects are okay. She's just mimicking mommy and daddy. That's true, Sir Legna. She sees us talking a lot on the microphone, and she's like, I can do that. Hey, are you doing that? Hey, we fixed it. All right, let's move on to the next problem. Good job. Good job. Thank you, Frag, for finding it before I did.
Monkey.
That's another good thing about live streaming when you're working on your projects. I think more people could benefit by doing it. Those that turn in.
Good job.
Skepsis is making, or has made, mashed potatoes with some peas and carrots and pork and mushrooms. Mushroom made. Everything sounds good. What kind of mushroom? Because shiitake mushrooms are the worst things ever.
Disgusting.
But here's the thing. T is like a mushroom connoisseur. She's almost a mycologist.
I'm a mushroom nerd.
She's studied mushrooms for 4 years.
It's been a while, so I'm rusty.
Well, yeah, she let's say 5 years ago, or no, 6 years ago.
9 years ago, I studied mushrooms for 4 years.
Oh, 9 years ago. I know it was sometime back. Before I met her, she was a big mushroom nerd, and she was like, that was what she was working on.
Yep.
That was her RPG Maker. Now it's RPG Maker stuff.
Yeah. The kids and I found and ate 14 different varieties and species of wild mushrooms in the area, and none of them killed us, thankfully.
That's good. I'm afraid to try wild mushrooms because my knowledge base is not high enough, and I would always err on the side of, well, That's a cool looking mushroom, but I would never eat it because I don't know if it could kill me or
well,
not.
I mean, if you can imagine 4 years of study, my style of study, which is pretty obsessive, and only 14 different varieties, you can imagine how much I studied each one before we actually ate it.
So T, do you think you could connect to, let me give you a fresh version. And I'll put that on. We don't have the NAS. We haven't set up the NAS yet. Oh. That will not work.
No, it won't work.
I have to give you a new download at this point.
Yeah, you would have to like Dropbox it or something.
We do have fiber.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
but
a problem.
No, I don't want to upload a big file while we're also live streaming.
Okay.
I'd rather not. Even though we have fiber, they are still restricting our upload quite a bit. We have 40 megabit per second, which is good, and it's sufficient to do what, if we really wanted to. But it's still not like what fiber optic lines could do. Our gateway could do 2.2 gigabit per second up and down, and they're giving us 900 megabit per second down, which is incredibly fast.
So Legna says, come on, give that internet the stress test, and Vino agrees. All
right, that's what we're going to do then. I'm going to upload this to a Google Doc.
Guys, if we buffer, it's your fault.
If we buffer, I'm blaming Vino. And Sir Legna. In fact, I'm blaming Sir Legna and then Vino in that order, because it was that order that they said, yes, do that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Since it seems to be working on one client, we've got, you see, this is how it's going to work at first. We're going to have, it's going to look like you have an after image of a character following you. But what that's going to represent is the image that all the other players see. Mm-hmm. So if you're on this map and you're like, let me get it just right, I almost had it there, and you see it like this, now you are standing on the tile, on this tile, right? But every other player is going to see you standing right here moving, right? And I can fix this by making it update faster, but that causes more work as well. I'll keep updating it and getting it to the most optimal point so that it's tracks you faster, but I don't think it's super necessary at this point. Right now, the main goal is to get everybody seen on the same map, so you have multiple people walking around, and you can see the representation of all of those people, so it feels more multiplayer. It's not desync.
Vino says if it buffers, I say blame Waffles.
Hashtag Waffles is new.
Waffles' fault.
Frag, it's not actually desync. I can explain what's happening. So when it's drawing this character is when switch 2 is turning on. Now, the switch 2 is turning on running a player tracker event. So right here we have player tracker, which is a parallel common event which runs a single time whenever player tracker runs on. You may be thinking, well, why does it run a single time when it's auto run? Because auto run would lock you up. Parallel will keep it going without causing any delay or lag. But why it only happens once is because at the end of it, it turns the switch off. And you may be thinking, well, okay, how does it get turned back on? Well, I have hijacked a function inside of the main core files, the on player walk function. I completely overwrote it. Basically, I could just alias it and add this to it, so it doesn't really matter which way I do it. I'm not changing enough to make a difference. All I'm doing is turning a switch 2 on whenever a player moves. So if a player moves, then switch 2 turns on. When switch 2 turns on, it runs this parallel event that checks the player's X, Y map ID, and then runs a conditional statement that says if they're on map 6, send a socket emitter to the server socket IO listener. And the same for each map. If they're on 7, send this one, and there'll be different data depending on what map they're on. Otherwise, yada yada yada. And then I have a wait. So this is where you would change to fix the what Frag is calling the desync. If I were to make this a lot lower of a number, then we have more emits and listens and back and forth signal. So if I wanted to make this faster, let's make it 33% faster. faster. Excuse me. And what I'll do is make it, let's just say, it'll be 6 frames each time it runs. So this means it's going to run this update 10 times a second as long as a player is moving, which is quite a lot of emitting and listening. But Socket.io is designed for that, so we can test that, and we'll see if 6 frames is enough to do that. Let's go ahead and refresh this. And then once we get this set up, I will upload to Google Drive this project, and then T can download it and connect it. While we're live streaming, we'll upload and stuff.
Yeah, like Vino says, put your money where your mouth is.
Okay.
We got awesome internet. Let's test it out.
Sure, let's try that out. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Let's give it a test ride.
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Oops, Drifty's already taken. That won't work. Someone else needs to do that. We're going to be...
Yes.
We will be the warrior.
That is the best name.
All right. So you can see it's going to be a little bit harder to make him fall behind me because it's updating twice as fast as it was before.
Walk across the screen full speed. Oh, you should just try and do for each frame. I want to see it.
That's way too much.
No, do it for me. You can undo it, but I want to see how it performs. Like, check the frame count and everything and check to make sure everything's working well.
It's way too much emitting. 60 times a second is too much for the server.
But live on the edge. Why don't you take risks? Come on. Just do it.
So you're going to have a socket
There's a part
emitter
inside of you
and a
that wants to
listener
do it. Yes.
every frame for every client that's moving.
Do you know how many things happen every frame just for a regular default RPG Maker game?
No, you don't understand. Like, I'm not talking about computational power. I'm talking about server send and receive.
Yes, do it.
All right.
I want to see it.
All right.
Hey, I've got people are like, yeah, let's take risks, and I'm totally about that.
1 frame per T.
Yes.
There's no way it would be any faster than 10 times a second.
Amazing. It's
You
gonna
say,
be epic.
Let's do it. Let's update 60
Check your frame rate. Make sure it happens like.
It's not going to affect the frame rate.
No?
What's going to happen is it affects the server.
Okay,
the
let's
server
see.
gets congested, so instead of allowing for 100 to 150 clients, it's only going to work well
but
for like 10 or 20
Aren't
clients.
these games designed to do that, or do they have some kind of algorithm?
No, you
that,
code
like,
them in a. They are designed to receive a good amount of send and receive, but you not 60 emits a second.
Why
from
not?
From every client.
If you're playing Rocket League with your friends, you need every single frame captured.
That is on your that is loaded on a local computer. So it is aggregating your point from here from point to there, and it's not updating to the server 60 times a second.
Yes, it should, because
No,
your
it's
friends
not,
need to see
though.
where you're going every frame.
Well, it is, because the server says every so many frames send it sends the data packet.
I am
how
pressing
fast.
X to
Are you
doubt.
even listening to
I
me?
do, but I
You're
doubt
not even
it.
listening to me. Why even try to explain it if you don't even want to hear how we would code something like that? They do not push 60 emits a second. They would push a set number, maybe 5, maybe 10 a second, something like that, and they give the client the data they need to know to draw and render what they're about to see.
All right, so Ligna says what I wasn't able to say before. I was like, they either send it every frame per second, or every frame, damn it, or they're making predictions. He says they make predictions.
They definitely use
So
prediction
how do we write a
software.
prediction algorithm?
We can do something like that.
We should do that.
Now, we can totally do something like, but we haven't got there yet. We
Yeah.
have to draw 2 people on the same screen.
I just wanna see it
what you're
blow up
trying
for
to do is
now.
put the cart before the horse, okay? We're
Yeah.
not even there yet.
I totally like
You're
that.
trying to solve problems that we haven't got to
No,
yet.
I just want to see what happens when you break stuff. You don't understand.
Damn it, I keep hitting enter. It's going to try to... Drifty is already taken. I know it's taken. So obviously it works much. It's putting way more work on the server for not very much.
No, it doesn't look very much different at all.
But it is drawing. It is still doing that. But it's doing hella work on the server. It's doing a ton of
Like,
work
how
on
do
the
you
server.
check the load on the server? Like, is there a way to see how much of whatever you have available?
Your socket server? I don't know. And like, I've only been using Socket.io for a certain amount of time. I don't know, a month now, maybe a month.
Yeah.
So I'm
I'm completely unfamiliar with this. Like, a frame rate would tell me how well the game is playing.
Right, but that frame rate, look, we can run the frame rate is all local. The server does not control our frame rate.
Right.
Our own computer controls the frame rate. So we're still getting 144 frames a second because I'm running a 144 hertz monitor. But what we're getting is diminishing returns for the amount of resources that we're spending.
No, I agree, but I wanted to see it anyway.
Do you see this number right here, 221? Every one of these numbers represents an update from the server to send a packet of data to the client to receive a packet of data and execute on the server. So as I walk, look how fast it's going up. So even though we set it to 1 frame, it is limiting it. It is not running 60 times a second.
No, it isn't.
It is capping it.
Yeah.
It's capping 1, 2, 3.
Because you wouldn't be able to see the shadow if it was.
Right. So it's not even, it can't even keep up with what you're telling it to do.
So you got to find the limit.
So what's happening is it's filtering out. Like it's getting like 20 requests when it can only take 1. Or
you know what? I am happy to have this knowledge. So the break test was totally worth it.
Okay, that's why I was like, okay, sure, let's do it. But obviously it can't stay, and I knew it wouldn't work this way. So I figured 6 was plenty good.
You got to try and break things that you build, though.
No, I agree with you. So let's just see. We're at 13. I'm going to walk across the screen in a straight line. And I'm going to see how many emits it gets to 13. There it is. So 13 to 37 minus 13 is 24. So it updated 24 times from here to there. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring it back down and run a test to see how many updates Socket.io is going to allow in total. If I bring this down, obviously, if I put it at a high number, it'll be less. But is me waiting 12 frames any different, or is me waiting 6 frames any different than 1 frame?
Right.
But if so, or if not, then we should put the maximum amount of wait so the server doesn't have to filter out useless queues.
I agree. Absolutely.
So this is an optimization test now. We're going to go from 1 frame wait to 6 frame wait, and we're going to see if we still get 24. If we do, we need to raise it higher again until we get less than 24
or less than
24 emits.
The other way.
Yeah.
This is why I'm so bad at math. I make it reversed all the time.
$5 super chat from Vino. Thank you so much, Vino. He says T wants to break things that you build. You build your PCs, right? Drifty, pour water on our PC to see how water resistant it is. No, the story about water resistant PCs is a real thing because T has sleepwalking disorder.
Yes.
I don't know if it's actually diagnosed as a disorder, but she sleepwalks almost every night. And sometimes she wakes me up, and sometimes she'll get out of bed and walk around. She'll start a conversation, and I'll be like, "Are you sleepwalking?" She'll be like, No, I'm perfectly awake. She's totally sleepwalking.
I will always answer that question with a no if I'm sleeping. But yeah, Drifty's old computer, he has since changed it, but it had like a grill in the front and a yellow LED light, or not yellow, orange. And so it looked like it was on fire. And
we're at 4. Sorry, we're at 4.
We're at 4?
Yeah.
We were both afraid that I might think his computer was on fire one night and pour water on it.
Yeah, and so I put towels up. No joke.
To hide the light.
2 reasons. To hide the light, and also in case she wants to pour water on things in a sleepwalking state. So we got 24 updates from left to right, which means 6 frames is still too much spam.
Keep going.
So let's go down to 10. Let's go back. See, I thought I had it on 10 and 12, right? That's where I felt it was right.
Maybe it's right.
But maybe that was just intuition, baby.
Yeah.
So
it's perfect.
Let's go back to, let's do to 10. If 10 frames wait still only gets 24 frames of update, damn it. No, I don't want to open. Save. Misclicking so many things. It's fine.
Flash 15X, you don't want to have sleepwalking skill. It is a curse. Just try to imagine going to sleep and being woken up every half an hour to an hour and a half every night of your life for the rest of your life. You don't want it.
I mean, here's what, because sometimes it takes me a long time to fall asleep, and what happens is T will fall asleep in 25-30 minutes, but she always wakes up half an hour after falling asleep and has some kind of sleepwalking thing. I mean, let's say 90% of the time. And then it pretty much doesn't bother me anymore. And when I first got with her, I'm like, this girl is weird. It doesn't bother me anymore because I'm just like, and sometimes I'm just like, it's okay, everyone's safe. She's like, okay, back to sleep.
Yeah, if somebody reassures me, generally I can go back to sleep because some of them are night terrors. Some of them are sleepwalking, some of them are night terrors. But it's torture, Flash. You have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. Imagine that at the most stressful period of your life, when you need sleep the most, you're sleep deprived, you have the worst things going on in your life, you're stressed, you're freaked out, you can't handle everything that's going on, and you also wake up 8 times through the night in the living room or where who even knows where, doing who even knows what, and you can't get a good night's sleep, it's torture. It's absolute torture.
We got 12.
12?
So it was strange because I only went up from 6 to 10, but it updated 12 times instead of 24. So I'm going to go to 8 frames and see if we get a little bit more in the middle there, where it sends a lot as much as it can take. But I'm worried because if this is one client, it's listening for one client, and this is still... Am I going to have to split this in half?
Well, obviously we're going to have to do a beta test, and it's easy enough to change later. So I would set it to the max now, and then when we do the beta test and we have people on there, and if it does cause a problem, we can change it later.
Sure. Let's put it on 8 frames for now. We'll run one more test, and I'm going to leave it at 8, probably. And
so
which
like
is maxing out its
fun.
updates.
Sometimes I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack because my heart's beating so hard, and it's awful. Night terrors are not fun.
I have RLS too, Vino.
Yeah, RLS is a little bit different than...
I'm okay with RLS.
sleepwalking.
Ah, dang it, I always hit enter. It appears someone has been named Drifty already. Erp-a-derp-a-derp.
See, my mother's got it doubly bad. She has really bad RLS and the same sleepwalking disorder that I have. I got it from her. So she has 2 terrible sleep disorder issues.
It gave me 12 again.
Really?
Yeah. It seems like it's deciding that's its cap right now instead of 22 or something. You know what? I'm fine. We're going to leave it at 8 frames.
Okay.
Right. You know what?
Sounds good.
I liked 10 frames because it was easy for my brain to go, this happens 6 times a second. You know, because 10 frames, 60 frames in a second for 60 FPS. Maybe 6 was the sweet spot, says Frag. Now 6 was if you want to max it out, right?
Try 6 again. What do you
24 or 22
24?
or something like
So
that.
try 7.
All right, let's try 7 frames. But it doesn't work in my brain. My brain says 6 or 8 or a factor of 2.
Oh, the computer
7.
doesn't give a damn.
But I do, and I need to know how many frames are updating every time. Blah, blah, blah. Drifty isn't updating on move. Not frames. No, I am updating on move, but okay. So you have to be moving for the parallel to keep triggering. But while the parallel is triggering, you have a wait. So you have a frame delay in between. So it's a combination of waiting on frames and movement. I always hit enter. Someone has already picked the name. Okay.
Just testing that.
We're testing. We're trying to find the sweet spot here. 3 to 20. So 24. So even it's crazy. So at 6 frames and 7 frames wait, you get 24 updates. But when you go to 8 frames, you only get 12 updates.
So 8 frames.
Yeah.
I would definitely say 8 frames. You get so much more.
No, I mean, it looks faster at 7 frames. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it seems like it's receiving more. So a faster update. Of
course, it's receiving double.
Yeah. Let's leave it here until we have multiple people.
All right,
because it looks
and
faster.
Then beta test it.
Yeah, and then we can reduce it.
Okay.
And even if you have to do 1 frame, like 60 wait, it'll be fine.
Can you say that number?
How about 7.43237583964328912389123 frames?
But you gotta say it.
No, I have to do commas to make that work. Hold on, I can. Just give me a second. Okay, that's thousands, millions, billions, trillions, 432 quadrillion, 375 trillion, 839 billion, 643 million, 289,123. There. Are you happy?
Thousands something.
No, that was it. The full number. Mm-hmm. Thousandths. No. Ifs. This is.
Yes, ifs. You gotta end it with ifs because it's a decimal.
Yeah, you just say ifs at the end and you're good.
All right, you're good. You did it. I give you a gold star for that.
All right, so let's do the upload thing that Vino and Sir Legna says we should try.
Yeah, another stress test.
Game,
Let's try and break
folder.
it again.
Let's do another stress test on our fiber optics and see if everyone buffers. Everyone will start
We're gonna
buffering.
break it for everybody.
I don't think it will because it's not that large of a file. That's what she said. So let's go ahead and copy this.
Come on.
Copy this.
That branch was really long. We had to walk out on for that.
Nah, not really.
Super long.
No, we didn't walk at all for that.
Oh, you walked so far.
There was no walking involved. This hard drive that we're accessing, the salvage, we found on the side of a road, formatted it, and then 1 terabyte of hard drive space. So this is a hard drive that I only use to put some backup on. I expect it'll fail faster than the rest, but I never use it except to back up stuff. So it's like an emergency hard drive, but we don't use it very often. So I'm okay with that. But hey, we found it on from a computer that we took apart on the side of the road. Most of the rest of the computer ended up back on the side of the road that somebody picked up, but that hard drive was still good. So hey, if you see a computer on the side of the road, it might have a working 1 terabyte hard drive in it that you could pick up.
It might.
Yeah. Oh, MZMMO. I got it right here. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. MZMMO. 2021 January. What is it? The 27th. Wow, this month has gone super fast. Super duper fast. What am I doing? The last one is time. So we're at 1914 hours. 1,914 hours. Boom. Paste. Paste that in here. While that's pasting, I'm gonna go pee real quick. T say cool stuff.
Cool stuff. So what are you guys up to today? What's everybody doing today? I really can't take over with what Drifty's doing, so let's talk about the stock market. Hey guys, what do you guys think about the stock market? It's been going crazy. Apparently some Reddit people decided that GameStop, which is a terrible company and is going out of business, should be worth $1 bajillion. And so that's what happened. Pretty cool, huh? But no, actually, the more I read into it, it seems like they're just trying to like stick the middle finger to the rich guys up on the top who control the market with their hedge funds. I have no idea what that means. But anyways, apparently they're trying to take money from them and succeeding, which actually sounds kind of interesting. What do you guys think? That's what I know what to talk about because that's what I've been reading about today.
I am back. We got a $2 super chat from Frag. Thank you so much.
Stock market.
Stock market talk? Okay, take my money.
Hey, listen.
What were we talking about? The GameStop
We were
one?
talking about GameStop, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is happening with GameStop, man? It's definitely a Robin Hood moment, right?
It is. It's crazy. It's really cool, actually. I kind of like it.
Thank you so much, Frag. Appreciate that.
Frag. Seriously, Frag. Are you listening? Are you paying attention? Link in the description below. Our Discord channel has a stock channel. It's tons of fun. Please join us.
Oh, yeah. We talk about all the cool news that we know about in the stock market.
Yeah.
Right now, we are looking into a maker of a therapeutic company it's making a new antibiotic for urinary tract infections. And why does any of this matter? Because you can make a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
Right now, it's really, really low. Because
People are
they're
afraid
waiting.
that the stock market is going to crash. Because
I think a lot of
the Reddit thing.
I think a lot of things are going to crash, and
Yeah.
so not all stocks are going to crash, but several big publicly traded companies and corporations are definitely going to crash. You got to be careful what you put your money into, for sure.
I'm putting my money into ITRM lately.
ITRM,
And
yep,
it's
that's
really,
what we've been
really
talking
low,
about.
and it keeps losing every day, which makes me want to put more money into
That's
it.
what I'm doing.
Because it's getting cheaper and cheaper by the day.
I've doubled my position on ITRM today, and now I don't have a ton of money. I have a very small portfolio, but we just started like 4 months ago on our portfolio, and we've already made profit. T's kicking my ass, by the way. I've made 11% profits in 100 days, or like a little over 3 months. T has made, well, you're up like.
Well, the more money I add,
35%.
the lower the percentage gets.
Right,
but right now I'm at 28% or something like that.
Okay, because we put in a little bit more.
Right. But if the ITRM thing pans out, that'll go up to like 60%. So that's what we're going with.
Yes.
I'm going to try it. You know me. I like to I like to do the risky stuff.
ITRM, that's where it's at right now. Now, first of all, I am not a stockbroker.
No.
Everything I say is an
Please
opinion.
don't buy it based on our
Don't buy
opinion.
it based on what we're saying.
Definitely
But look
don't.
at it, do your own research, and decide if you want to invest
Yeah.
in ITRM.
Definitely
Super
don't.
low price right now. You can't go much lower, and the upside on it, it can go really, really high.
It's the first new, this company has developed the first new oral treatment for urinary tract infections in 20 years. And the existing oral urinary tract infection treatment that is used for people that have antibiotic resistance is terrible, and it does awful side effects, and this new one doesn't. So the thought is it's going to prosper. And right now the stock is very, very cheap.
It's going to take several months for them to start selling it. So they won't turn a profit on this for until what, July?
July, yeah.
Yeah, so
But now's the
it's
time
not
to
going to
buy
really
it.
go up until like a little bit before July, when people see, oh, it's definitely going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
But right now
now's
it's
the
so
time,
low.
Now's the time to buy it, because when it starts to profit, then it's kind of too late at that point.
Sir Legna, you aren't a broker. I just sold my entire life savings to do this thing.
I just signed up on a full investment track on yours. Crap. Yeah, I
Okay.
have good feelings about ITRM. Thank you, Vino, for the tip.
Yeah, Vino gave us that one. Mm-hmm. Has to wait for approval in July. That's right. Vino went big. Vino
Yeah.
dumped some money into it, man. If this does pan out, he stands to gain several $1,000s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At the risk of
Driffy
losing
Driffy
$1,000
and I
or so.
are just learning the stock market right now, so we have very small portfolios. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
That's okay. It's a learning experience. You don't have to. What I've learned, thanks to Corey Davis, shout out to Corey Davis. Corey, if you're still listening, love you, man. Thank you so much for opening my eyes to some things.
Yes, absolutely,
For some
Corey.
reason in my head, I'm like, you need thousands of dollars to be in the stock. No, you don't. You got $10, you got $20, you can invest that into something, and if they go up, you go up. It's that simple.
Yeah.
If you have $20 that if you were to lose, the world would not end for you, then you can throw that in the stock market, and maybe in a few weeks or a month, you'll have $30. Or depending on what you do with it, you might have less. It all depends. But look at the forums. Look at there's plenty of websites that where people just openly tell you what they're doing, and kind of gauge how it works.
Yeah, if you know what the sentiment is, you know what the stock market is going to do. So keep an eye on the sentiment as far as I can see. DVD, that is extremely risky. That's even too risky for me. She says if we get that 1,400 stimulus soon, I'll probably drop it into GameStop.
You should not. I'm going to say probably don't do that.
Whoa.
DVD, at this point,
That thing is so volatile. It is
listen,
going to drop like a boulder soon.
GameStop,
Holy cow.
I do not know how it got as high as it did, but it is like a $15 stock. It's up to like $300. I don't even know where it's at right now. Hold on. I'll tell you in like 1 second. GameStop is currently $256 and dropping. But it freaking doubled today again.
And DVD says for the lulz. That's funny because earlier somebody was like, why are people still investing in GameStop? And I said, for the lulz.
First of
Were
all-
you there, DVD? Are you lurking in our
First of
stock
all,
channel?
it's got a 9.9% dividend yield, which means if you put it $100 in over the next year, they pay you $9.99 on that, which is any company that's got over a 6% dividend yield, you have to wonder, why are they paying so much just for people to have stock in there, to buy their stock? So it's a failing company. I think they will probably not fail after this. Maybe they'll have another year to ride out this storm. I do firmly believe GameStop's stock price is going to go back down to like $20 a share very soon. So I don't know, man. I would not put money into GameStop now, but it could go up to 1,000. I don't freaking know. Who knows, really?
Yeah.
I think it's going nowhere but down.
I think any day now it's going to drop like a rock.
I mean, it's already at 237.
Janine says, no, spend it all on GameStop.
Don't buy GME.
Look at
because
DVD and Janine. What are you two trying to do anyways? Huh?
It's a meme.
What
right
is
now,
this?
people are buying it on a meme,
No,
but it's
look
overpriced.
at their avatars. Look at their avatars. Are you trolling us, you
Oh, wait.
guys?
Janine and DVD
I'm pretty sure you guys are the same
avatar.
people. You say you're not the same people, but I'm pressing X to doubt.
What is that avatar if you're not the same people?
It looks like some weird budget Terminator or something.
like I understand ETFs, and I think investing in ETFs is a good way to go. I'm doing the opposite mostly. I'm heavily invested in crypto, so my portfolio looks like up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm rich, I'm broke, I'm rich, I'm broke. That's what crypto looks like. So it's very volatile. I have like a third of my entire portfolio in crypto. Like I said, it's a small portfolio, not a lot of money in there, but it's enough to make it like go, oh, that's a lot of loss today. Oh, that sucks today. Oh, that's very nice today. So I don't know. Reverse Uno reverse card.
I'm confused. You guys are the same people. Sorry. DVD and Janine, they are hive mind.
They are hive mind.
They are hive mind. Yep. You guys have been merged. You are now one person.
Google Drive. Google Drive. Google Drive.
Ooh,
I keep getting distracted.
Fresh.
I smell a fresh poopies. I smelled it when she walked in. You got a big poopy? We have a baby poopy over here. I'm sure you guys needed to know that very useful information, but that's why T is walking away now. I am going to try to upload this. Go to Drive. I pay $3 a month to Google so that I have more space. I don't think, yeah, I do. I mean, it's not a lot, right? Like it's fine, but I like Google Drive. Some people like Dropbox and other things. I think the 15 gigabytes not enough, so I pay $3 a month for 100 gigabytes and some other small benefits. I will try to upload this file and not. It's such a small file. I don't think it's going to cause the stream to buffer, and if it does buffer, it will literally buffer for like a second or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10. Please don't buffer. Please don't buffer.
So
come on, fiber optics.
DVD is a dude, and Janine is a chick.
Ah.
But Janine was like, I never told you what my gender is. But Janine is a very female name. I've never met a male Janine in my life.
Corey Davis says, I made a hundo and some off of GameStop. Already, huh? Nice, Corey. I remember he had a stream. Corey Davis was doing a stock stream, which I find really, really good. Thank you, Corey. You should do some more stock streams. You going to do that on Friday again? I'd like to tune in for that. And he was showing us some of the options that he was doing. And I think GME options right now are a trap because you have all these people just driving the price up. And what options trading is scary. You can lose a lot of money. When you buy an option, you're saying, I promise I will buy 100 shares, loan them to me now at this price, and I will buy them back later and pay you back for them, Mr. Market account, right? So when you buy an option, you're saying, I'm going to buy 100 shares, but loan them to me now and I'll buy them later. And so what you do is you buy those, you borrow those 100 shares, and then you sell them back, right? Other people buy them, and then when you sell them back, you basically only buy the options when you think it's going to go down. So you buy them, or you borrow them at say $100, whatever stock it is, and then you think it's going to go down to 75. So if it goes down to 75, you've already sold your 100 shares, and so people have then you can buy, so you've sold them between the price range of 100 and 75, and now you buy them back at 75. So you've made that $25 per share bonus on your option. You pay some option fee. So that's how options work. So when prices go, most people understand the stock market, right? You buy low and you sell it high, but that's not the only way to make money. There's several ways to make money on the market. I don't options trade, but I understand how it works now. You basically you're betting on the price to go down. So traditionally, most people understand when you think something's going to go up, you invest, and so when it goes up, you sell it on the high, and that makes sense to a lot of people, right? But when you're selling options, you're thinking this is going to drop, it's going down. I'm going to buy an option on it, right? I'm going to borrow 100 stock, and I'm going to borrow those 100 because I'm going to buy them once it drops, and then you borrow them, you sell them, and then when the price goes down, you buy them back to pay back the borrow. You buy them, you return those shares essentially. Like I said, I'm not an options trader and I'm not a broker, and so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But I think our Google Drive is already uploaded, so that's all done, and it doesn't appear that we had any dropped frames at all. So that's good. Let me right click this and hold up. Wait, let me get a link. Can I get a link? Here it is. Right click this. Get link. All right, restricted. Let's get this link. I'm gonna send this link to T. Okay, let me send this link to T. And then T is going to download it. And we're going to see if we can draw 2 people on the screen right now. She's going to get the game. Boom. All right, since T is changing a diaper, I'm going to go on her Discord over here and click on a link over here. If I can find it. There's her Discord. And I'm going to click on this button. And it should let me download that. Download it anyway, even though it can't scan for virus. I hope I didn't send her a virus over here. $5 super chat from Waffles. Thank you so much, Waffles. How are you doing? Did you enjoying your movie night? How's the wife? Is she down for the movies? Does she like the action movies as well as you? Hashtag Vino is noob. Spread the word. He just wants to let everybody know that Vino is noob. Thank you for the $5, Waffles. Appreciate that. Vino with a $2 super chat. We switched the tag, Waffles. It's hashtag blame Waffles now. Hashtag blame Waffles. Guess Corey lost Janine. Hashtag Serlinga is Legna is noob. That is done and downloaded. I don't know where her download folder is at. Let me find it. Go over here. Open the folder. I'm going to do this quick and dirty. That's what she said. I'm going to just right here. Wait, no. What? Where even is this? Can you open this in a new window? Okay, here it is. Downloads. I guess that was frickin' pointless. All right, whatever. Let me cut this. Let me paste it to somewhere that is good and that is great. Make a new folder. It's gonna be called MZMMO, baby. I'm over here on the other computer. Folder's unavailable. What do you mean it's unavailable? What is that supposed to mean? Right click, extract files. Sorry, I'm on the other computer. I have to test the things. We must do full testing. Hi, baby. Did you get your butt changed? Yeah. Where's your mom? She's washing her hands? Boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom, chicka. All right. Look, I'm trying to test my multiplayer setup here. We're gonna do this. We gonna do it. Double click this project. It should load MZ. We're doing stuff. And then she is gonna click play. Okay, now over here on my machine, I want to show you.
The baby has officially been de-poopied.
Okay, cool. And there we go.
Oh, wow. Look I already downloaded it. Amazing.
Yep.
I can download it while changing a poopy diaper.
Yep, all of that happened, and you were not even at the computer. So you should be able to connect, and the server.
Did we lose any frames?
What do you mean frames?
When you were uploading?
Oh, no.
Cool.
I mean, I didn't hear a cling. Our Wi-Fi was like, or my Wi-Fi. Yeah, well, nope, not even on Wi-Fi. We're on Cat 6. Our fiber optic was like, that's cute. Hold my beer. It was like, we can upload and stream. Who cares? What are you talking about? Easy boy. So over here, T is creating an account. You can see her username. She picked this username. She picked this password. This is her save slot number. This is her socket ID.
I'm gonna be a monk. Spreading the.
Her character was "You Guys Rock." It was not taken. I wonder if spaces will mess up our index testing.
I don't know. Maybe.
There's so many things we haven't tested because we just figured out the new method of doing it. Okay, so now I'm gonna connect. You're walking around. Okay. So I'm gonna connect. Keep walking. Let me see if it crashes me. Well, are you still walking?
Yep.
We fixed that bug.
Nice.
Okay, good. Cool. Okay, I want this here. I want this up here.
Ah, no.
Did I crash you?
No.
Okay, good. We're still
I
good.
tried to go night.
I might have picked Drifty123. No, I did not. Okay. I want to see both the consoles for the client and the server. Okay, so I'm going to walk around. I don't see you. Do you see me?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I do.
Oh, I crashed.
I see you though.
Okay, stop moving. Stop moving. T is moving. It's sending hella crash error reports. Stop moving! You sent me 138 errors for moving. So right now, what that tells me is when the second client connects, let's reverse the order so they can see what happens.
Okay.
When the second client connects, it's sending some incorrect information on the update because that's why it's happening so many times a second. It's sending all of that, like, I don't know, was it 7 times? No, 7 frames. So like, this is why I wanted to do 6 or 8 because I can't tell you it's 10 times a second, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
It's something like 10 times. It's
Our
around 10
brains
times.
only work.
My brain works
the factor of 10.
Factors of 2.
It does make it easy.
It does. Okay, so let me connect first. I need you to disconnect.
I did.
Okay. Okay, wait, well, hold on. I got this wrong thing up here. I need to see chat again. Did I miss something? No, we're good. T, you keep moving in the wrong way, lol. Big crash moment. All right, so now I'm going to connect first, and you saw what happens to the second player that connects. That's what happens to the second player, and that's the problem. That's what we have to figure out. Why does that happen? So I'm going to connect first, and then T is going to connect second. Not Dr. 213. That sounds like a better name.
Do I connect now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm connecting now. It keeps covering up the chat. I have to see everybody's words. Okay, there we go.
So you can see that it's showing the tracer for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as soon as T connects, we should see her join and walk around as well. But she won't see me. She did her favorite thing, says D Tigertron. She
broke it.
She broke it.
Yeah, you get me. Thank you for getting me. Okay. I'm a monk.
You picked monk.
Yes.
Are you on the... Oh, I see you. Look, now can't you guys see? T is walking around as a monk. For some reason, it's still showing the direction that I'm facing. I thought we fixed that.
You know what, though? I saw you last time. I don't see you now, and when you moved, you crashed me.
Yeah, see, I moved.
So whoever gets on first gets to see everything and not be crashed.
Right.
And then whoever connects second doesn't get to see the second character and crashes.
So the first player playing gets all the fun, and then every other player after that just crashes.
Yep.
So that is where we left off. We managed to catch back up to where we were, and now we have to figure out a couple of things.
I just closed the chat window. No!
We have to figure out why that crashes. What line is it saying again? I forgot.
Let's see.
On the source.
495.
Right. All right, 495, and that is the set position of something, right? 495. Set position of this event character name, and it's saying of undefined? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think I need to trace the entire update. Let me read the chat. Yeah, I probably will be creating a ton of accounts for Legna.
Yeah.
The way that we've done it.
It's fine with me. I'm okay with that.
I like it. Just disconnect them when it's not their turn. I don't know how popular that would be.
Disconnect them? Sir Legna, wouldn't one of them be you?
Yeah. Unless you were the first one there. All right, so what is happening is char name is undefined for the second person. So I think now that I showed that happening, let's go to the console and let's try to find that game map dot events function. So it should show all of the events. Now, it should show another event, the one that's following me. It should show that event, but it's not showing that event. In fact, the event name, it should be showing 2 events. This one as well. Are you talking to? We should be setting the index of those events to a different name instead of a number. I wonder if it's the number that we picked. Let me restart here. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mythic Rust D Live. Wait, you can turn RPG Maker into moms? Moms? I don't know. Who's mom? MMOs? Yes. Yeah, you can. It's complicated. It's possible, though. That's all I'm trying to say. How good it's going to be in the end, we have to wait and see. But is it possible with Socket.io and MySQL? It's possible. You could use MongoDB if you want to go a different route. You can use another thing like Faye or something else possibly if you're good with it. But I think Socket.io is the best way to go for like communicating, sending the signals back and forth. I think MySQL is probably the best way to go for the database holding. You have to remove all the local saving and make network saving, which we've already done that part. You have to make account creation and login stuff. We've done that part. You have to make it feel like an MMO. That's the hard part. How do you make this game feel like it's multiplayer? So that's the design part that we're working on. Firebase could work here, Frag. What is Firebase? Hold on. Hold on. Hold your little ponies. Firebase. What is Firebase? Firebase is a platform developed by Google for creating mobile and web applications. It was originally an independent company founded in 2011 for Google. Of course they did. They don't want the competition. They acquire everything. Facebook, all the big five. The big five just consume everything like Agario. It's just, okay. What language is it written in? JavaScript. It runs Node.js. It's relatively the same thing. Yeah, I mean, something like that, sure, absolutely. You could totally use something like that. I haven't, I don't know, like I said, I don't even know what the hell it is, but it seems to be like a Socket.io type of thing. You could totally do something like that. It is binary in the end, everything is possible. That's right. You can totally make it an MMO. We've established this. Can you make it a fun MMO that feels like an MMO? I don't know. It depends on how good you are, I suppose. So far, I haven't been able to make it a fun MMO, but it technically is a massively multiplayer if I were to just put it on the... A lot of people could connect, but as soon as any of them moved, they would all but one crash. So that's where I'm at. You can have 150 people connect to my MMO, but if any one of them moves, everyone except the person who moves will crash. There you go. That's true fun. I want to test if it's like a limit of number of characters. So let's say character A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 characters for the name. So now I'm going to console log this and see if GameMap.events function shows me that character name. No, it doesn't. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's 7, is too many. Let's see if 6 will allow it to happen. We're running these tests and it's kind of monotonous, and just like Sir Legna says, I hope I like creating accounts because it's going to be A, B, C, D, E, F. Now the account name doesn't matter, it's about the character name for the way that I'm setting it up. But we're going to do 6, A, B, C, D, E, F. What we're trying to do is have an event indexed. Oh my god, words. We're trying to index an event to not have a number, but instead show a name. But if we're limited to 6, then that means we have to limit the characters' names to 6 characters, and then they all have to be unique. That'd be difficult. That's 6. Okay. And maybe we find a different system if that's the limitations here. Kind of hoping that it doesn't show it, because even though it'll be like, hey, isn't that cool? You can see it. I've already seen it before. Events function. It's still not showing it, right? No, it's not. Okay, good. So I think it's not that. You can do the same with dungeons, just AI-controlled copies of other players. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. DVD says you could pull a Xenonia and make it so the PvP just pits the players against an AI clone of the other current player's current character, and then have the market / mail system and live chat. So many MMOs actually do that. So many multiplayer games actually do that. One of my favorite ones that actually does it that way is called Brave Exvius, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I played it. I haven't played it in a long time, years, but I did play it for a few months, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I like how you can fight other players, but it's really just an AI version of other players, and I can see how that would work, and we could possibly do something like that. But putting them in the same battle, that's good. I don't know how to do that. But listen, just because I don't know how to do it doesn't mean I'll never know how to do it, right? You gotta try. You gotta just keep banging your head on the keyboard and asking and begging people for help until you eventually you either get there or you don't, you know? Tigertron says, could it be that each game is acting like a host? Sorry, stupid question. I didn't watch previous videos. No, the host is its own thing. The host is, it's not peer-to-peer. I've drawn this several times, but since Tiger is into it, let me draw it again because it's always fun to draw. Let me show you what's actually happening real quick. So you've got your MZ client right now. This is MZ client number 1, right? And this is your client. But then you have another player, MZ client 2. Wow. That is amazing artwork, I know. Look, there's no connection between them. They never communicate. They never peer-to-peer. So neither of them are the host. So not this one isn't the host and this one isn't the host. So what's happening is you have a socket server, socket.io server, and this server is going to be the middle grounds. This is the communication. This is how they eventually communicate. These connect and these connect. So MZ client 1 can send a signal to the server, and the server can emit this back to all the other clients. But as soon as socket.io disappears and the clients log off, all the data is gone because there's no saving on any of these. The socket.io server doesn't really have any saving. It's all RAM saved, right? And so like if the server crashes, all the data's gone. Same thing with the client. If the client crashes, all the data's gone because there's no saving to the hard drive. But we implement SQL. So we have an SQL server. And this SQL database server, this is like your cloud. What is that sound? Oh, she's playing on the guitar. Lily's in the background.
Lily's a musician.
Smashing on a guitar. So then you have the socket server connecting to the SQL database cloud server. So now, if all three of these crash, all the data is still saved on the SQL. So the host is actually this thing. This is the host. And then these are clients. Let me undo that because that's confusing. There's no connecting the
Hi,
two
Mythic
clients.
Ruse. Welcome to the channel.
But yeah, Mythic Russ.
Russ?
Mythic
Ooh,
Russ.
I wanted to call him Ruse.
Ruse is R-U-S-E.
You're right. It's probably Russ,
It's
but
Russ,
I like Ruse.
like Russell or something, yeah. So hopefully that makes sense. This is my
Okay,
version of an
Mythic
MMO
Russ.
for MZ. Hold on. Undo. Wait. How the fucking president? How's the step backwards? Oh my god. Control Z, Shift,
Vino
Control
says-
Z.
Drifty, I can't read this. Please type better with freehand drawing.
Bro, like in CS6, Shift Control Z goes back another step. How do you go back another step? How do you undo? This is stupid. Why does Photoshop change shit like they just want to change your buttons all the time? Redo brush? Nope. Not toggle? Nope. Undo. It's just Control Z. Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine. That's the way I would prefer it, but CS6 was wrong then. It was stupid. Mythic Russ says, I am Russell. GG.
Okay.
Driftwood Big Brain. Big Brain! But there you go. That's how it works. So it's not a stupid question, but you know, I wanted you to understand how it actually worked. Someone's calling. All right. So where are we? Tigertron says, cool, thanks. That was very informative. And the server is running in an IME right here. A PowerShell, ISE, not IME. A PowerShell. This is Cyber Baron. This is a Discord bot that myself and T and Drag coded. But this is a server right here. And what it shows is only what we tell it to show. Like we have to everything you see here is a console.log. So it'll still function and do everything you want it to do, and it won't show anything unless you tell it to say, hey, when this happens, show us this data on the console. And that works as the host console log. The client console log is this. This is the client console log. Anyway, so where we're at now, like I said, you can have 150 people connect, but as soon as one person moves, the update function runs and it crashes all the other clients. So we need to really start at the beginning and figure out why that is happening. Let's go to the update. What is happening on update? In the game, when it updates, it runs a player tracker. So the player moves around, it turns on self switch because we hijacked and overwrote the function to turn on this switch 2 when we move. And it's changing game stuff. Game stuff won't crash the server, but the server doesn't crash. Game stuff will crash the client. Let's see. Hashtag no move game. Sir Legnus suggests we just make it so that nobody can move around. I don't know how fun that would be, but a lot of games don't let you move around. Like, let's consider Final Fantasy Record Keeper. You don't walk around on any maps. You just go into battles and menus, and like we could totally design something like that. I mean, who's to say we won't in the end? If we go months from now and we haven't made progress, I'm gonna go say look, this is not how it's gonna work because I can't figure it out, but I want to keep moving forward. So let's try another approach. Let's try, So I'm not against making it like a Final Fantasy Record Keeper type of style. I love Record Keeper. It's my favorite mobile game. I don't play it very often. I haven't played it in a long time, but I have played it a lot in the past. So Record Keeper is pretty good. Oh gosh. Go help our baby. She's all right. She's just a little menace, and she's trying to knock over everything. She's perfectly fine, but needed some intervention. Our little Lillers needed some intervention. All right. Anyway, what is happening here when the player moves? We're gonna start off on map 7. So really, this isn't even firing until we transfer event. So we're not going to worry about that. We're going to stick to what we are doing. We are on map 7. So when a player walks around, we're emitting player tracker, and we're passing some data. We're passing the name of actor 1, which is the name of the character, char name. We're passing variables 5, which you can see we're setting here to the X value of that player. Variable 6 to the Y value. Variable 7, the map ID. And then the socket map7.id, which is our namespace emitter. So every room is its own namespace, and a namespace is like a channel, we're sending data on a channel for socket.io. So the point of using namespaces for each map is if you're fighting like giant worms in the desert, or you're fighting like some kind of creature in the forest, wherever, right? You're not in town, you're not in the tavern. You don't need to know who's moving around in the tavern. You don't need to know that player Charlie is on X7 Y9. You don't need to know that data, right? So if you're not on the same map as someone, you don't need to hear all of the spam. You don't need to be sent the data for that client. Only when you enter that map do you need to know that. So this is we're using namespace, and we're going to say that, so since they don't need to know that, don't send them that data. So that's how we're doing a conditional here. So that's what a namespace is. It's just specifically like those who are on the map get this data, and those who are not don't. It's simple. I love how we will make a joke, says Sir Langna, and Drifty will go off on a tangent, but I want to know, actually, you could need to know, such as chat between friends and parties. No, we're going to use chat and Discord. When the game is actually in open alpha, I'm going to create a Discord channel. I am going to make a new channel over here. Right now, if you join us on Discord, links in the description below, I post updates on the MZMMO coding. But when it comes time to actually like have the open alpha or beta or whatever, whenever that happens, I will have a new channel. And so all of the chat will happen inside a specific channel on our Discord. Successful tangent again. Yes, you listen, it's not hard to distract me, but I do need to end the live stream. We've been going. T's got to go to work. She does work for Dejica at 8, and she's about to do her thing, so I want to give her some space to do that and let her do that. We don't normally stream 6 to 8 like we did tonight. We normally stream at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We got caught up. We made some progress because we got refreshed with where we're at. We understand the problem. We have to figure out a solution to the problem. We're going to track the data. I'm going to look at this problem for a few minutes, but I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Join us on Discord. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're sending player tracker emitter to socket map 7, game actors 1.name. So this is the character name, this is the X, the Y, the map, and then the socket ID is the unique socket connection. So let's track where that goes. Okay, this is coming from the client, and like I showed you here, this is the MZ client sending data to the socket server. So for the socket server to understand what that is, you have to create a listener. So let's look at the listener for that. Socket client, this is the MZMMO server. This is on connection. This is a listener for chat message, a listener for game ping, a listener for client console log, check name, save game, load game, new account, try login, send eval, disconnect, and then here we are on map7.on. This is our namespace on connection. If we're connected to that socket, then we have some other listeners. So this is a map7 listener, the player tracker. So when it hears player tracker, it's going to expect this data and then ES6 arrow function into a conditional if the map is 7. So map is being passed as the fourth parameter, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually 0, 1, 2, 3. It's fine. You guys know what I mean. So if map is 7, then we're going to emit. So it's listening for player tracker, taking this data, and then it's going to send back a new emit. It's going to send back the update underscore map, which doesn't need, like, these aren't specific names. There are a few specific names, like disconnect is very specific to socket IO, connection, connect. Those are very specific, but otherwise you can create whatever listeners or emitter names you want. We can call this banana player, you know, he plays the mayonnaise instrument, like mayonnaise instrument emitter or whatever. Like, you can call it whatever you want, right? So updates, you decide. But as long as the emitter on the server side matches the listener on the client side and vice versa, then it'll work. As long as they match, it'll work. And when we emit, what are we sending back to all of the people on map 7? We're sending these pieces of data: character name, X location, Y location, players on map 7, and socket ID. So we're not actually receiving players on map 7. So what is players on map 7? Let's scroll and find out. Players on map 7 is an empty object. So what is happening, and why would we send an empty object? We have to interact with what's happening with players on map 7 object and figure out if the data that's sending is correct. So at this point, it would not be sending an empty object because the player tracker would first do on connection. So on connection, which is happening on map 7, which is here in the game event, we're saying create a new constant and call it socket map 7 and set it equal to It's kind of hard to see in this little. I wish they would update the script boxes inside of MZ. They have all this space and they make these script boxes very small and tiny. I wish they would do it like the HUD makers. If you guys aren't using SRD's HUD maker, there's a free version of it. It's really cool. Like if we make a new component and I want to create, like, I don't know, text, anything. And I want to create the text to be code. Check this out. If I go like, where is it? I haven't used this in a while. Anyway, here's the code. Look at this. This is the normal text box that you would see in like in the client, right? You've got this text box. Similar, of course, this one's already better because it's color coding and it's keeping track of line number. So already in the small box is better. But you can click on it and you've got a medium-sized box. You can click on it, you've got a large-size box. You got a massive size box. This is so much better and cleaner than the way that MZ is done. So I hope in the future, in the next iteration of RPG Maker, they keep this in mind, that a lot of people don't write plugins but are still very skilled at making script calls and would like more room and maybe color coding or just improvements to the way that that's handled. So I know I went off on a tangent on my own, but I just wanted to bring that up because this is a very big frustration of mine when trying to write code in script boxes for MZ. MZ looks, Frank says, wow, HUD Maker for MZ looks very different. It's amazing. I love the HUD Maker inside of RPG Maker MZ. I don't really use any of the MV version for SRD plugins anymore, but for the MZ, for RPG Maker MZ, HUD Maker Ultra Pro is fantastic. I recommend you get it. It's free. There is the $40 paid version, which is what I use, but the free version does a lot of stuff for free, and you should check that out. That's just a little plug there. I hope that you've learned something today. I hope that you've had fun hanging out. I have to go now. I know there's a whole lot more that we have to do. This is a long running project. I expect it to take a long time. I have so much fun. I have so much fun inside of this concept of putting an RPG Maker game into the hands of multiple people and we can all play in the same world. That idea is so fascinating to me that it stays novel. And I hope that you guys can tune in. This is my alarm. Yep. Okay. I have to go do dishes and do some other stuff.
Well, we have to crack the whip.
We're gonna crack the whip.
Yeah.
It kind of like when you assign kids to do chores, you essentially also have to do chores sometimes because you have to.
It's also work, but you're teaching them life skills, so it's worth it.
It's like, let me lead by example and show you how to do it. You're doing it wrong. Let me show you how to do it instead of just telling you and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. So I've got a little bit of work to do. I have to go. Love you guys very much. Thank you so much. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Join us on Discord. Links in the description below. Follow us on Twitter. All the good stuff. We have a Patreon. We updated the Patreon finally. I know that we said we were going to update it and raise our prices like months ago, and I just did like a week ago. So yeah, there's that. But we'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 o'clock, right? T? Are we going to be live at 2, or do we have check the schedule?
I think it might be 6.
We have to go
we'll
again.
Let you know on the official channel.
We have to go again and work and do some more work. So I think it's going to be 6 o'clock tomorrow again. Mm-hmm. All right. So unfortunately, Thursday, tomorrow, we'll see you guys at 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. We'll be doing some more MZMMO stuff. We have first impressions. I know that there's stuff scheduled. I have to get my brain straight and get everything back on track again. My whiteboards, I need to put my whiteboards up so that I can read like constant reminders of things. Anyway. I'll see you guys. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for the super chats. Corey Davis, Waffles, Vino, Frag. You guys are awesome. We love you very much. Everybody who tuned in to say stuff and interact with us on the live stream. We love it. We love you guys so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Goodbye. You want to say goodbye, T?
Goodbye.